with the first written exam now taking place, colleges reopening, how really is the demand on ground and what's the outlook going forward?
Good morning to you and everybody on the channel. In fact, from the month of September itself, since most of the offices they started working physically, and now from 1st of December, some more offices they were not operating, they will also start operating. So as far as the office paper demand is concerned, I would say that it is back to normal pre-COVID level. It has already come back at a normal level. So we are happy on the office paper front. As far as the school colleges are concerned, I would say that still the demand has come back to a level of something around 60, 70%. And now hoping to have the demand once the examination and the full session starts, and also when they start operating at 70, 80% attendance in the school colleges and coaching centers. I think the demand should be back, but I would say that the writing printing paper demand would be by month of March, it should be back to a normal level. So this is the other segment. The next segment is the commercial, the use of paper, whether it is the packing paper or whether it is some other paper. So that demand is very good. I would say that it is better than the pre-COVID level because of the FMCG, because of the white goods, because of the other product, and particularly now during before the marriage season. In fact, the whole the apparel, cosmetics, and other sectors, they start operating very well. So there's a good demand for the packaging board. So this is what the demand scenario is, and going forward, I would say that when the India becomes a fastest growing economy, so the same way paper should also be the fastest growing paper market in the country.
Right, it's interesting. Also, given that 50% of your demand does come from office paper, and this is something that you were just reiterating as well. Wanted to understand how far are you from pre-COVID levels, considering offices were the first ones to open even before schools and colleges?
So in fact, office paper, I would say that we are already at pre-COVID level. In fact, the last quarter, means the October, November, the 2 months, we sold good quantity. In fact, the September was also a very good month for the office paper. So as I said that the office paper segment, we are already at pre-COVID level, and there is a good demand, good traction in the market, as well as the price also. In fact, the price point also, by and large, now we are back to the pre-COVID level pricing.
Hi, Mr. Mehta. Good morning. So I take it that your demand is back and in fact improved from pre-COVID levels. It's coming from new avenues in the era of digitization, because one would have assumed that paper consumption was a lot less. Now, the price of pulp has really gone up, whether it is in India or overseas. You talked a little bit about the pricing, but talk to our viewers, talk to the analysts, the shareholder community, and tell us, as far as JK Paper goes, going forward, what kind of price hikes, if any, we can expect?
See, as I said, that the price of all the product categories, I would say that either they are pre-COVID level or shade better than the pre-COVID level as far as the paper prices are concerned. Also, it is because of the input cost increases. You talked about the pulp prices, but the pulp prices do not impact much to us because we are integrated player, because we produce our own pulp. So there's no major impact of the pulp prices on us as far as the paper pulp is concerned. But at the same time, there are other input cost increases, whether chemicals or the fuel prices, coal or furnace oil or any other. So there is certainly an input cost increases. But I would say that at this point of time, because of the robust demand and the global scenario, the output prices have gone up to cover the input cost increases. Rather, I would say that particularly the JK paper is concerned, we would be benefited because we are integrated player and also because of our own efficiencies. So our cost has not gone up to the extent what we could gain from the price rise in the market. And going forward, I would say that the prices will remain stable. And if there is a reduction in the cost because of, I mean, very recently, the crude prices have come down. So if there is a cascading impact of the lower commodity prices, there would be a gain to the industry.
So then going forward with the new kind of avenues that you have started to see as far as paper goes, the super facility that has come on board in Gujarat, the trials that have started, talk to us a bit more about capacity addition if you think there is a need for that also.
Yes, yes. In fact, as I said last time, our Gujarat facility, where the trials are going on in the last interview also, and my communication, I've said that by end of this quarter, I mean the third quarter, hopefully the product should get stabilized and the market feedback should be there on the board for some cost correction. So I would say that I'm happy about the first initial trials and the product coming out from the new machine. It is a brand new packaging board machine, virgin packaging board. And the machine, the capacity is 1,70,000 ton per annum. And keeping a track record of JK paper, I would say that we would try to maximize the production out of this machine. But yes, it takes time. It's a very complex product because of number of parameters for pharmaceutical industry, food grade packing. So it will take some more time to get the volume, the ramp up. But the product, I would say that by end of this month, it should get stabilized. And the product, in fact, the sample and the product which has gone to the market, there is a good acceptability. And since the demand of packaging board is robust in the country and outside the country, it's a good time for us to ramp up the capacity and take advantage of the market situation. So this is on capacity utilization and also going forward. So hopefully next year we should be at a good level of capacity utilization of this new machine.
Mr. Mehta, good morning. This is Alex joining in. As far as I can see, if I'm not mistaken, you had guided for 100% capacity utilization at the Sirpur plant by the fourth quarter of FY22, or in fact the first quarter of the next financial year. Are you still slated to do that? I know you've already spoken about the details of Sirpur, but I'm talking about the timeline. And could you give us some more details as to how much capacity you're planning to add?
You are right, Alex. In fact, I said in my last interview also that we should be at 100% capacity in the quarter 4 of this fiscal year. Or I said, I mean, by end of this fourth quarter, we should be at 100%. I'm happy to inform you that we are already at 80-85%. And hopefully in next quarter, because this is what our target is, to achieve 100% by end of that quarter. So hopefully from the January, we should be touching 90% plus. And before March, I think we should be doing at 100% at Sirpur. The capacity is 1,36,000 per ton per year. So right now our plan is to utilize the capacity up to 100%. And thereafter, I mean, we will do some kind of a debottlenecking and try to see if we can produce more out of the 4 machines we have installed and refurbished there. Also, because we have modified the machine, and very recently we further upgraded those machines for the quality product. So the quality coming out from Sirpur is also very good and accepted in the market very well.
Understood. Mr. Mehta, one last point from my end. Just trying to understand, with the new facility coming on stream and going all guns blazing, do you have a different mix in terms of operating profit margins? What are the EBITDA margin scenario looking for you? Is there a new range, a higher range that you're guiding for?
See, the Gujarat facility will be for the virgin packaging board, and it will be by and large integrated, because we are also increasing the pulp capacity there, because the old pulp mill over a period of time will be shut, and the new pulp mill which we have installed, commissioned now. The trials will start this month for the pulp mill, and hopefully next 2-3 months time we should be able to stabilize the pulp mill, because the pulping is slightly a more complex continuous process, and so it takes time. But hopefully next month itself we would have some acceptable pulp coming from this pulp machine. So the pulp mill will give the advantage for the board manufacturing, and since the demand is robust, it would give advantage. Right now, our packaging board is close to 20% of our total production. And going forward with the new capacity, it should be close to 35% of our total production. So that product mix shift will happen once we start producing full from the new board machine.
Okay. All right, Mr. Mehta, thank you so much for joining in, and we look forward to speaking to you very soon to get more details on your operations.